Then we pump those profits back into the profit cycle to generate even more profits. And I know what you're going to say. Profits? Yes, Stan. You're soaking in them.
Hey everybody, how's it going? This is your boy ExtrmWill with Extreme Tech. Oh, that was too far. And I'm back. I was on vacation. It was really nice. If you do want to see the photos over on the Facebook group, I think we do have the, I think this is a link down below for this. I post pretty much everything I do in here, so like gaming content and tech content and funny memes. I did make a post where I got 80 landscape pictures, mostly like sunrises, sunsets, all that kind of stuff. A bunch of pictures of the northern lights. If you do want to see them, it's over there on the Facebook page. Trip was fun. It was great. Salad looked pretty interesting while I was gone. Certain things about me being gone happened to really help me. Certain things about it probably not necessarily helping me out as much. I did manage to completely miss update 1.7.7, which was awesome. If I'd have done that before I left, I'd have been super frustrated because that first time I tried logging into everything anyways, just to do over update 1.7.8, yeah, I probably spent like 2 or 3 hours trying to do it on my phone. Luckily, I do have the nicer Samsung phone, so I do have a stylus with it, so that did help a lot. But trying to remote in on the phone to do all of it was a bit of a nightmare to try to check everything while I was gone. But I was able to do it, so I mean, if I wasn't doing anything else, you know, just sitting in the cafe on the boat, drinking some coffee, relaxing, looking out the window. You know, I probably spent more time looking out the window than did actually checking salad, but, you know, just looking at the beautiful landscapes. So, as I did say over on the Facebook page, I put probably like 80 pictures, mostly all landscape pictures. There's some pictures, I think, too, there was a marble mine we toured, but so I put some of the pictures from that in there, too. But mostly just pictures of the northern lights, and then sunrises, sunsets, a couple really beautiful landscape pictures, so yeah, I did all those. Anyways, I'm running 30 machines on salad. Let's see here. So for the last 24 hours, looks like I made about $30. Not really the best. I think that's still up like $10 from when I left. When I left, everything was not looking that good. I don't know if they had already had the beginnings of what was wrong with 1.7.7 in there, or if they were just lacking jobs. I'm not fully sure. I'm not fully sure what's going on right now with not having work. Hopefully this isn't a larger trend from that new Chinese AI taking away from everything. I don't know a whole lot about the new Chinese AI. And right now I'm completely blanking on what it's called. I do know it's really, really bad, and you don't actually want to be using it. It's doing a lot of the same stuff that TikTok does, where if you download it onto software, I think even if you're using the offline version of it, it's still tracking all of your keystrokes, and the amount of data mining it's doing on you for the Chinese government is insane. You are unconsciously giving the Chinese government all of your passwords, access to all of your checking accounts, banking accounts. I mean, all kinds of really bad stuff. You really don't want to be running any Chinese programs. It's really bad. Now, you may say, what's the difference between giving all of that to Google and a U.S. company versus giving that to a Chinese company? Well, as I live in the U.S., I have legal recourse against Google and all of the U.S. companies who are doing this if something does happen. Whereas I have zero legal recourse against China if they decide to do anything with it. And if things do escalate where China decides they want to try and take the U.S. down, and they have access to, you know, a large portion of everyone's checking account informations, I don't think they care about hacking your Facebook account. What real good is that going to do? But when they do have all of your credit card and your banking information, your savings account, your retirement information, your financial stuff is stuff I would be far more worried about than I don't care if they have my, your Facebook stuff. Like, who cares? But it's the stuff that they're really getting that people don't realize that people are getting is where stuff really can get bad. When they, they have your social security account and access to everything else. So, yeah, I would not recommend playing around with the new Chinese AI. I don't even use the US AIs. I'm still worried about all of it, but I do the data rentals. So I don't know if we're seeing. I don't know if this lack of jobs is because people are just switching how they're doing everything in general. I don't know. I do know like Nvidia stock took a massive hit when the Chinese AI came out because they said they did it for dirt cheap in their garage. I don't think they really did. I think they were flying out lying about it. I think it was a massive project that I think the Chinese probably spent just as much, if not more, to build theirs than like OpenAI did. I think most of theirs is still just stolen stuff from other companies anyways, but I don't know. Those are kind of my random thoughts. So I don't know really what's going on with it, but there's larger global stuff going on that might be significantly impacting whether or not we get work. So I'm trying to pay attention to some of that stuff on top of just, is it working or not? Trying to figure out why it's not working. I get fascinated with that too. So, but anyways, this looks like it was kind of running. It looked like all of my 30 series, it looks like all my 3090s were running a really big job for a while. And I think right here, this real big fall off, I'm pretty sure just from looking at my machines, I think this was just 4 of my 3090s and most of my 30 series 8GB cards all ending their work at pretty much the same time. So a lot of my machines right now aren't really running. I'm probably, as soon as I'm done filming this, I'm going to look at switching machines that aren't running over to doing the dual mining Warthog with the jellyfish coin, because I think what he's doing right now, I want to say we're on like day 3 or 4 of a 7-day thing where you can, for every Warthog you mine, they're going to give you like 1,000 jellyfish. So that's going to make the Warthog mining actually probably really profitable for like the next 7 days. Like you're going to make a significant amount more. So I don't know what the percentages are. I don't even know what Warthog is priced at right now. I think Warthog is actually undervalued right now, which will help out to make this more profitable. So hopefully I'll get a little bit higher threshold out of my Warthog doing it like this. And then the free jellyfish coin, which may turn into something, may not. I know right now the Solana that it's back behind, Solana's doing really well. So if jellyfish does do well, you can, or not do well, you can always just sell your jellyfish and get Solana and keep the Solana, which is going to do really well. I plan to, whatever I mine for the next 3 or 4 days, my plan right now is pretty much just to sit on it. So we'll see how much I get. You know, if the price of jellyfish spikes, you know, I may sell, but I may just sit on it too. So, you know, we'll see. But that's kind of my thought. We'll go through the machines here in a minute. If we look at the last 7 days, let's see. Yesterday, this is 28.9. I was still traveling yesterday. Day before that was $30. I was traveling through that. When I left, this looked like this was probably the last time I checked. Would have been the 28th. Before I got home, of course. Because I did check. This probably would have been the beginning of this day. Would have been the first time I checked. Because I don't think I was home until midnight. So I would have checked it then. But right here, I did have, it looked like it was making closer to $40 to $45 a day. I thought I actually had a couple days at 45. So I thought this day was actually 45. So I was kind of shocked to see it was only 41. This day, 40 makes sense. This day, I thought this day was actually 45 because I thought this should have been the day that 1.7.7 came out. And everybody downloaded it, so nobody had any work but me because I was still on 1.7.6. I wasn't able to go to 1.7.7. But I guess this makes sense at 37 because I think I had made $20 the day before. So I made almost double this day. So for a vast majority of this, a lot of my machines were still on 1.7.6. So I did really well. And then now I have almost everything on 1.7.8 and I'm not getting any work. So I'm stuck in a weird spot. I did go on to Discord to try to see if there's an error in the new 1.7.8 like they had in 1.7.7. What's not letting it pick up work to see, like, is there an error or is there just no work? I want to say right now I think there may just be no work. It's kind of hard. We look at the last 30 days, kind of, we really see what's going on here. You see, we had, like, right before I left for vacation, it was kind of tanky-ish and not doing very much. And then here, I'm on... Okay, this is the day I'm actually on 1.7.6, and everybody went to 1.7.7. So it's $43 for that day, which, that's right. So then this is... Then that next day where I think I put machines that didn't have work, started putting some of them on to 1.7.8. Because, like, on the older version, you wouldn't want to go back to roll back to an old version. Because if it's looking for work on the old version, you have a small chance of getting those jobs. But once the new version's out, everyone's releasing new jobs on the latest update. So you want to be on the latest update if possible. But if people are releasing, if there's work in the system still on the old update, then, you know, on the previous version, there is a chance if you wait like 24 hours after the update to do it, you can work out pretty well. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm still kind of half awake, but I think that all makes sense. So then you can see, like, the last 2 days, and I was traveling, so I don't know why it was going down and how much I was making. I don't know if that's just it all, like, normalizing out, because then we're just all back to being on a more even playing field. If everyone's on the same version and all of the work is on the same version, now I have to share it instead of here, if the only work that was able to be done was on the old version and not everyone was on it, then I had a slight advantage there. So you can see that here in the numbers. Again, I'm on 30 machines running on Windows 10. If we look in here, I believe right now it says everything is at moderate demand, which doesn't make sense how everything's at moderate demand if it looks like none of my machines are working. I definitely, scratch my head at that one, because right now it looks like everything is probably actually on low demand. But this may have changed since the last time I looked at it. I mean, I looked before I started filming, and I've already been talking for 15 minutes, so we'll see here. It says right now the 4090 is the number 1, 3090 is the number 2. When I got home, I think when I got home last night, when I woke up this morning, I think 0 of my 3090s were running when I woke up. When I went to bed, I think it looked like they were still running pretty good. I think they might have all been running when I went to bed. I think all of my 4090s were running when I went to bed. When I woke up this morning, I think only when I woke up this morning, two of my 3090s, 2 of my 4090s were running. And I think maybe one of my 3090s was running. So we'll see. We'll get into all the machines here, though. I've got 30 of them. I think what I'm going to do when I put a machine on the jellyfish warthog, I'm just going to change the title, and I'm just going to put a J in front of it, and then that'll bump it down to the bottom so I'll know which ones are doing which. I think I said already, I'll probably leave a comment or leave a link down below for the jellyfish channel. There should be a how-to guide on there. I might make one once I get to, like, my 5th machine, if I feel like I've got a really easy, repeatable pattern that I can record in, like, 5 minutes. I may do that. We'll see how tired I feel like I am later after trying to convert everything over. So if we get into this, let's see, I'm on Windows 10. It's going to go 4090s, 3090s, all my 40 series cards going down, and then the rest of my 30 series cards going down. Going up. So yeah, this is a 20-core Xeon processor, 128 gigabytes of memory, RTX 4090. It's doing $10.50. I haven't looked this while. I think it's like $2.60 a day. Yeah, it's about $2.60 a day. So not too bad. Not too good though either. I guess that's more of a 3090 job than a 4090 job. So a little bit disappointed with that. I really hope the 4090s, this does not right now become their default with the 50 series cards coming out. I haven't had a chance to really look at the 50 series yet. I've been on vacation. I believe to what I heard, it was a paper release mostly anyways, so really almost no one got any. So if I do see more information about the 50 series cards though on Salad, I will post it up as soon as I see something. So I may get that video coming out later if they do update something on it. Let's see here. So let's go to the next one. 12 cores, 128. No, not 12 cores. 20 cores. Running on an X99 motherboard. 128 gigabytes of memory. RTX 4090. This one's currently looking for a job. I think I'm still going to leave my 4090s on Salad regardless. I don't think I'm going to try to run these on Warthog unless it looks like just none of them are getting work. But I think it's just... I think the price differential winds up being too much. Because this is what they should all be doing. This is 20 cores, 120 gigabytes of memory. RTX 4090 is doing 25.91 cents an hour, which should be like $6.20 per day. So this is what this is the standard 4090 kind of jobs. This is what I expect them to be running. I think last night when I got home, all three of my 4090s were doing different jobs. I was just too tired to try to make a video last night when I got home. Just, too much traveling, trying to get back to Florida from Norway. Too many connecting flights and layovers and all that. So let's get to the next one here. AMD Threadripper 1950X, 16 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3090. This one's currently doing a 10-cent job. If this is still doing a 10-cent job by the time I get to it, I might try to run this one on Warthog. Because that Threadripper should do pretty decent. I still think this Threadripper will probably do... It'd probably be better if I put like a 3070 in here. I don't know if I'm going to move cards for this for the next 4 days to optimize my machines. But we'll see here. We'll see how I feel like getting... How frisky I feel like getting. I am on vacation, so... I think I can do whatever I want to do. See what the wife wants me to do, too. Okay, so let's get into this. This is then 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3090. This one is currently not doing anything. It's looking for a job. This next one, 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3090. This one's also looking for a job. Boo. This next one, 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3090. It's currently downloading a job, so hopefully this will download. Be like 10 cents an hour at $2.62 per day, hopefully. Or better. Better would be nice. So let's see. This is 12 cores, 96 gigabytes, RTX 3090. This one's at 10.95 cents per hour, so that should make that $2.62 per day. Intel, 12 cores, 96 gigabytes, RTX 4070 Ti. So it says it's currently downloading a job. I thought this told me 5 minutes ago it was downloading a job, or 15 minutes ago it said it was downloading a job. What are we, 18 minutes in? Yeah, so maybe like 20 minutes ago or so. I thought this said this was running before I started. So we'll see if the next one's into one yet. All right, this one's already actively running it, and it's already fully stabilized. So these two should both be doing the same thing. 12 cores, 96 gigabytes, RTX 4070 Ti, doing 10.95 cents per hour, just like $2.62 per day. I'm imagining these two are probably both running the exact same job because they both started at the same time, which can be really cool because they're both, obviously, I want everything to be up and running and getting a job. But then you can see in the graph where you see like chunks of it fall off at a time. It can be kind of annoying when they're running the same job because then when these both end the job at the same time, I'm not losing $2.62 a day. I'm losing like, what is that? $5.20 an hour or $5.20 for the day. Yeah. So you can see like a much larger drop off. So I'd be losing, was that like 22 cents an hour instead of losing like the 11 cents an hour. So it's one of those things that kind of keep my ones. I don't remember seeing it as drastically as I think I just saw it when looking at it this morning. Because it did look like all those 4090s or all the 3090s were on the exact same job, and they all ended at the same time when the job ended, when it finished calculating. So just something to kind of keep in mind and look at. Like, sometimes it's not that, something went wrong. It just happened that, if you're running all the same card, which is one thing I do like the way I kind of have my setup where I have a wide variety of cards. I don't have those moments where I'm not making anything because the one job I was running, they were all doing the same job, and that one job just ended, and now I need to wait for all of them to slowly pick up another job. I'm not as reliant on one customer. Everything is just kind of scattered. So, I mean, it can stink too, because then if there's no work at all, then I have no work, but I think I see that a little clear. Whereas if there's just no work for one card, I think you can really get in trouble if you're too singleized into just a one card. So here we go. This next machine that's definitely not running. This one should already have it already on here, right? Yeah, this already has the Warthog stuff on it. I do just need to switch up the file in it to make sure I'm mining to the correct pool now, and I got the correct file names and all that. But this should already pretty much be set up for it. So this one I can pretty much guarantee I'll get there. I'm going to start at the bottom and then work my way back up for what's running and what's not running. So we'll see how all that goes, but feel fairly confident this one's probably not going to get a job. 4070 is a terrible card for Salad. So let's go to the next one. This is 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 4060 Ti. This is why I was really into buying the 4060 Ti's, because this one right now is doing 0.20. There's doing 20.84 cents per hour, which is about $5 a day. So, I mean, this is what they were all running for a long time, or for quite a while. So, as long as you had the 64 gigabytes of memory on it. So, I think the 4060 Ti can still be really good. I think it's a really good value proposition, and this is kind of why I have them. I like this. That makes me happy. So I at least have one card doing good. And then we get to the next one, and this one's not doing anything. Another 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 4060 Ti is doing nothing. And this last 4060 Ti, same thing, 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 4060 Ti is doing nothing. So then, let's go. Don't think I've done a good job closing those out as I was going through them. So let's bring up just the 60 series real quick, the 3060s. I can only have 20 open at a time with Chrome Remote Desktop. Opening these in Chrome Remote Desktop because you're opening a virtual display, it can interfere with your virtual machining, which is AI. So this can potentially crash whatever job you're on. And we do get to see here right away, this one is still running on version... Oh, how is this downloading a job? I don't think it's actually downloading a job. This one was still on version 1.7.6. I'm assuming it's just downloading a 10-cent job right now. I don't think it's actually downloading a real job, because I don't think there's any real work in there for that. So we will hit the update button. And we'll update this one. If you're running on an old version, you can still do the 10-cent per hour jobs, which is what it's likely to give you. But I don't think you can actually pick up an actual container job, because no one should be saying they want containers on version 1.7.6 right now, because they're not likely to find enough machines still on version 1.7.6 to actually run a container. So we'll just update this one. I'll come back to it in a second. But I think I still have a small handful of machines still on version 1.7.6. And then when they finish those jobs, then I'll upgrade them up. So this is what I expect to see out of pretty much all the rest of these. This is i7, 8-core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3060. It says it's currently looking for a job. Because I'm not making very much, I don't think a lot of these have any. So I'm just going to assume we're going to see a lot of just nothing. So AMD Ryzen 7, 5700X, 64 gigabyte, RTX 3060, currently not doing anything. I think this will do pretty decent on Salad, so I am excited, or not on Salad, on the Warthog. So I'm pretty excited to see what that'll do. So the next one, Intel i5 6 core 64 gigabytes RTX 3060. I think this one's going to do significantly worse on Warthog because it does not like the Intel. It likes the AMD way more. I don't have a lot of AMD. I have a little bit of AMD processors. I think most of what I have though is Intel. So I do believe all the AMD stuff though will do significantly better. Let's see, is this one done and ready? So finish. And come on. Chop now. So that one should be good. And I should be able to open all the rest. So we will start at the 3060 Ti's, 3070s, 3070 Ti's, and 3080s. So we have a i7, 8 cores, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3060 Ti. This one's doing 5.5 cents per hour, so this should be doing about $1.30 a day. This is what I expect pretty much out of all of my 8 gigabyte cards. I don't know how many of them are actually running right now, but that's the job I expect. Standard low priority job. Anything making more than that is crushing it. And then everything looking for a job is probably going to go over to Warthog. We'll see how far I get through that. I still feel kind of exhausted from traveling yesterday. So we'll see how far I get. But I would like to try to get everything up there as quickly as I can because of that bonus right now through doing it through jellyfish, where you can get all that extra jellyfish for this week. That's a really good bonus. So let's see here. Intel Core i5, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3060 Ti is calculating. So this next one, AMD Ryzen 5, 3600, 6 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3060 Ti. This one is calculating, looking for a job. I think this might do all right on Warthog. So let's go to the next one here. Intel Xeon, 12 cores, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3070. This one's currently doing a 10-cent job. So I will probably, if this is still doing a 10-cent job, when I get to this machine, I think I'm actually going to start at the back and work my way forward. If this is still just doing this 10-cent job, I'll probably just cancel the 10-cent job and put it on Warthog. It said 44 cents per hour is just 10 cents for the day. So Intel i7, 8 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070. This one's kind of looking for a job, so this will probably get switched over. This next one, AMD Ryzen 7, 3700X, 8 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070. This one's currently doing $1. Well, it's 5.5 cents per hour, so that's $1.30 per day. This is the one I'd really like to put over there because this one might actually be the best machine. Maybe, well, no, if I put Skynet over there with the Threadripper, that one's going to make the most. I think this might be the next best one I have. Well, no, this one might be better. Or this one might be better. I think this is a 12 core. So this may be the second best one I may run. Is this the new one? No, this isn't new old. No, this is an older chip. No, Ryzen 7, 3700X. Maybe this is a newer chip? Man, I don't remember which machine is which. We'll see. It might do really good. It's an AMD. It should do good. Alright, it's Intel i5, 6 cores, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3070. Currently not doing anything. Alright, so this one's still on version 1.7.6. Are you active in your job still? Yep, this is still active in the job. So this is i3. Let's put this over here. i3, 4 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070. So this has probably been running this job for like a week. So that's why it's still on the old version. It was probably running this job before I left for vacation even. It may have been on this one for longer than a week. It's not going to pick up another container until I update it, but while it's active in a container, I'm not going to stop it so we can be looking for work like everything else. That would be dumb. So once this container ends, I'll do the update on it. Let's go to the next one. This one might actually be the best one I think I could put on Warthog, because I believe this is the newest chip that I have. It's AMD 950-900X, 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070 Ti. Now this one's upstairs in my wife's office, so I do feel like if I put this one on Warthog, this might make her a little angry, because this might significantly warm her office up to the point she has a hard time using it. So I'll have to go look and see how warm her office is right now with just running this. And hopefully I can still throw Warthog on there, because this one might crush it at that Warthog. So, but it's currently looking for work, not doing anything. Let's go to the next one here. That's the only machine I have that's not in the server closet. That one's the only one that's in the house. AMD Ryzen 5, 3600X, 6 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070 Ti. This one's currently doing a 10-cent job. So yeah, I would definitely throw this one on Warthog. I'm running on a laptop in here that I don't run Salad on. So, alright, let's go to the next one. Intel 12 core. This is one of the bc/pc.com combo kits. And bc/pc.com is the same one who does jellyfish. So when we do Warthog, we will be using his equipment to mine his pool and helping him out. So 64 gigabytes of memory on this, RTX 3080, currently looking for a job. This should do pretty good. This is the only one that really kind of, I do think I do want to move stuff around if I were to. Okay, this one looks like it won't go right now anyways. Because this is an i3 4 cores, 32 gigabytes with an RTX 3080. If I were to put this one on Warthog, I think I'd actually really want to throw like a 3060 Ti in here and try to throw this 3080 into the best rig I have, one of those 3060 Ti's on with a stronger processor. Just because I don't really want to run one of the stronger cards on the smallest processor chip that I have. I don't think there's as big of a difference between like if I run like a 3060 and a 3070 on the 4 core as opposed to an 8 core. But I think with this 3080 on the 4 core as opposed to running it on like an 8 core would make a difference. So it's the only one I think I do. I would really think of in my head. I think I would want to change which card is in it. That's all that so far. So let's go back to here. What are we at? Basically still at kind of where we were at. Oh, yuck. Yeah, I'm looking at 25 cents right now for every 15 minutes, which would be about $25 a day. So if I'm not going to make any money on Salad right now, may as well switch it all over to the jellyfish thing. So let's see here. Can I bring the channel up here real quick on here? Let's see, I don't even know. Let's see, I think this is me. Jellyfish. Is this jellyfish coin big enough? Oh. It's not even big enough for you to search jellyfish, which is super annoying. If I'm on my subscription page and I search it, will it go? Super annoying. Like, I am subscribed to it, and it's hard trying to find this channel. Hard trying to find it. So yeah, I will definitely put the link down below so you guys can find this if you want to. For Warthog, they're doing a real cool special for this week. So I may do another video on this too. We'll see. I may do a bunch more videos on it. We'll see how it goes. I don't know when they started it. They might have started it 4 days ago. So that would mean there's probably 3 days left. So trying to get on this kind of quickly. If you mine through their pool, then yeah, for every Warthog you mine, you will get 1,000 jellyfish. I got to take a look at this too. I don't know if they're doing, because they're, I don't know what that means then if you, I don't know if it's all being ratioed out too if you have to solo mine then to get it, or if you can pool mine, and then if it's just like a percentage. So if you get like, if you mine 0.10 warthog, then you get like 100. I don't even know. You get like 100 jellyfish then. I'm not sure. I don't really know any answers to any questions about it. I'm going to do a bunch of research on it now and try switching over to do it. So, let's see. He's got a couple videos in here on it though. So if you do want to learn more, go over there. I'll leave this posted down below. And yeah, I'm going to work on all that. So that's that. I hope you guys are doing good. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them down below. Yeah, I'm gonna go try to get to work and get some more stuff done. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.